What's up, everybody? It's J and J with Justin and Jordan. Alright, Justin, we're in the middle of August. You know how it goes, kind of dead time of the year. But what we got going on today?
So, last episode we had USA beating Serbia in a big game. Then that same day we had the gold medal game, and you probably seen it by now. USA came out on top, no doubt, because of Steph Curry. So we came out with the gold. So we're gonna be talking about the gold medal game. The schedule came out for the NBA yesterday, all the national TV games, stuff like that, and then debating Steph, where he ranks in the NBA hierarchy, if he is a top 10 player, and that's pretty much what we got today.
No, 100%. Olympics is officially over. Like LeBron said, the Avengers did accomplish their mission. They got that gold medal. He also won the MVP. Just real quick, before we even get to the Steph Curry shit, this would be a perfect transition to the Steph Curry top 10 convo. A guy like Stephon Marbury is trying to say LeBron didn't really deserve that Olympic MVP. Just kind of want to see how you felt about that, if you would have rather given it to Steph or if you think LeBron was the right pick.
I think LeBron was the right pick just because throughout the entirety of the Olympics, he was still showing that he was the big dog. And Steph Curry, for the most part, was struggling. And it was really those last two games where
Aisha came in.
Yeah, those last two games, he really exploded. But yeah, you could. That's really like a recency thing. But because if you go off the entire thing, LeBron has been consistently like the top dog and performing, even though he's not giving you those explosive games. It's just Steph had the loud two games that you had, especially like in the circumstances, like the Serbia game, you were down 17 and you guys come back, and then the France game, they were up, but you saw France was still kind of creeping behind. They weren't going away, and then Steph just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put these motherfuckers away myself."
Word.
So he just did it like in a very loud fashion. But in the totality of the entire Olympics, Bron has shown that he was the top performer.
I don't think he had a bad game at all the whole entire
Unless
I'm tripping, but he did not have a bad game
even the last game, or didn't he have a triple double in the Serbia game? Yeah. He wasn't bad at all. It's just Steph's games were just way louder.
Second triple double in U.S. men's basketball history. First one also by Bron, which is fucking nuts.
That's tough.
Yeah, I give it to Bron.
Yeah.
Stephon Marbury just being a hater, bro, for whatever fucking reason. Shout out to him, shout out Coney Island, shout out Brooklyn, but come on, bro. Like Bron, like you said, Bron was consistently the best. I saw a stat actually too on Twitter. Before Aisha got to France, I think Steph was averaging 6 or 7 points. After she got there, that man was averaging like 30. I think it was like 30.3. Straight frying. But Steph did his thing. I mean, I don't think, let's be real. Do we value like Olympic MVPs? Can we name the Olympic MVP from 2020? I can't name the one from 16, 12.
The only
8.
one I remember off rip was Kevin Durant 2012.
Like that's not an award to me that matters. I feel like it's just people trying to force discourse between the LeBron and Curry shit. I understand that they rivals, one of the best rival pairings of all time, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not like this is separating Bron, like making him a whole step better than Curry, or this is putting Curry closing that gap to LeBron. So I think it's just Stephon Marbury trying to force discourse, Warriors fans trying to force discourse, same with LeBron haters. But of course, speaking of Steph Curry, a lot of people, even before the Olympics, a lot of people said Steph after the 2022 ring is a top 10 player. Now it seems like a lot more people are even saying that this gold medal cemented him as top 10. Justin, do you got this man in your top 10 of all time?
I do not.
Where do you think you got him? I don't know if you've written down your list. I have a whole list that's written down, as you know.
I wrote it down. I had him at like 12.
I have 40 heads on my list. Yeah, I have him. I also have him at 12.
I didn't go that far.
That's why I was bored on the plane, and I couldn't get Wi-Fi. I was not gonna pay for that Wi-Fi.
I had him at 12.
Yeah, I have him at 12 because the thing is, for me personally, I don't know what it is for you, right? And this is kind of when I had that discussion with JC after we hooped in the parking lot.
Yeah.
What matters to me the most, even more than winning, is how much you impact your own team's winning. How important are you? That's why I love a LeBron, you feel me? That's why I love a Jokic. I love a Luka Doncic. That's why I love a Steve Nash in the mid 2000s. Because when he came in, first year off rip, added 30 plus wins to a fucking team. Marcus Stoudemire goes down. He ups his scoring in that second MVP season. They still win 50 plus. You feel me? I value, can your team get the same results without you on the floor?
Yeah.
And if it's a no, you automatically going higher on my fucking list. Were you the main guy on your championship team if you were a champion? That matters to me too. That's why he's all the way down at 12 for me, right? Obviously, my list is Bron, Mike, Kareem, Duncan, Bird, Magic, Shaq, Wilt, Bill Russell, and then Hakeem. That's my 10. Kobe's my 11. Steph Curry's my 12, you feel me? He's past guys like Moses Malone, which is still fitting my criteria. Yeah, he got the 3 MVPs. However, he has the 1 championship, you feel me?
Yeah.
He's above a Durant, 2 finals MVPs, 1 MVP, 2-time champion, obviously. But Steph has won a little bit more, you feel me? He's above Dr. J. He's above all these other guys. But it's like, you can't crack that top 10 for me. For me, I'm going to say right now, because also, too, as you can see in my list, I have Magic Johnson at 6, right? It's getting frustrating seeing this conversation of Steph clears Magic. If you want to have a debate on who's a better point guard of all time, that's fine. But to say he clears Magic is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a 5-time champion, 3-time MVP. You feel me? 10,000 assists. And that's with losing a lot of fucking years due to AIDS. You feel me?
Yeah,
multiple finals MVPs.
He only played
finals MVP as a fucking rookie.
As a rookie.
He played
like 12, 13 seasons?
12, I think he played 12 the first run, and then when he came back for that one season.
In 96.
Yeah. And so he played like 13 seasons overall. 10,000 plus assists.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He would have, that record would not be John Stockton's if he played all those years that he could have. That man missed out on
if Magic could
seasons,
play like,
seasons.
if Magic got to play like 16 seasons, bro.
The record's his. I think assists per game, he leads John Stockton. I could be wrong. But I think career assists per game, he leads John Stockton. He's a winner. He came in a fucking winner.
When Pat Riley was like, yo, Kareem slowing down, we need you to step up. He averaged 24 a game.
Mm-hmm. We seen him, because the knock on him is like, he don't score, right?
He could have if he really wanted to.
Yeah, when we saw that he wanted to, he was averaging what? Like 23 with 11 assists and like 8 rebounds. Close to a triple-double. Through that mid to late 80s where he was more so a scorer than a pass first guy.
Yeah.
So we've seen him able to do that shit. So that's why, to me, I don't understand why Steph Curry gaps him. It's not defense, because Magic was bad on defense as well, but so was Steph Curry.
Yeah.
It's more so the only reason that you're saying Steph Curry is better than Magic Johnson, let's just be honest, it's the scoring.
Yeah.
It's the scoring, but I think Magic Johnson has a bigger impact on winning for his teams than Steph Curry has. Respectfully. And I understand, like, There's a chance that someone will call me a hypocrite, so on and so forth, because like I'll say Steph played with Durant, but they'll be like, oh, but he played with Kareem. Towards that end of the run, Kareem was an old man. Steph and KD was both in their fucking primes, in the middle of their primes. By the time that KD joined the Warriors, he just won MVP 2 years before that.
Yeah.
Just 2 years before, putting up 50, 40, 90. So what is this Kareem argument coming from?
Yeah.
It's invalid to me.
And even though they lost the 91 finals, the fact that they even got to the finals,
it was low-key a miracle.
It was insane.
Because that's why when people say, that's another thing too I hate about the MJ discourse, when people will incorrectly say that Mike beat Showtime. That's not Showtime.
Yeah, that wasn't Showtime.
That was far from Showtime. Then they'll be like, oh, but he beat Magic, which is factually true, but let's be real. That was not the same Lakers team as even from 2-3 years before that went against the Pistons. Not even close to the same fucking team. Mm-hmm. Like you said, they had no business being there, but guess what? Magic's performances were enough to get to the finals, to see Michael Jordan. That's my only thing. I cannot put Steph Curry above Magic Johnson. If he gets a ring, which again, it's hard, feels like I'm giving him an impossible task, but we've seen stranger things. If he could get one more ring and he's the finals MVP, I will consider it. I will honestly consider it. I might be able to put Steph above Hakeem. Maybe. I don't know yet. You know how I feel about Hakeem. You know I'm very staunch on Hakeem. Had one of the best peaks of all time. Had one of the best seasons of all time. MVP, DPOY, Finals MVP. Went to the fucking finals as the 6th seed, beating 50-win teams throughout the whole entire fucking journey.
Yeah.
Not many people do that shit, you feel me?
With no all-star help.
With no all-star help, bro. No all-star help. His best teammate of all time was Clyde Drexler, who was not the same after leaving Portland.
He was out of his peak.
He was out of his peak. Scottie Pippen, old man. Charles Barkley, old man and retired. They ain't win shit. But I'm willing to consider it. I'm willing to consider it if he wins another championship. I will consider putting him above Kobe Bryant if he wins another championship as Finals MVP. Because they would tie on championships. They would tie on Finals MVPs. Steph got one more MVP. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
It's a real life conversation. I will consider putting him above Kobe. I could give Steph that number 11 spot, but you need the championship and you need to be the number one guy on that championship team.
Yeah.
That's my criteria. I don't know about you, Justin. What he would have to do to be top 10?
Just the top 10 itself it's very difficult just because the names ahead of you. And like a guy like Hakeem, like you said, like the stuff you have to do to get to his spot, just to even be considered in his spot. And Hakeem's a guy that I view as like the number 10 guy. And the task that Jordan just gave you for that is tough. And that's just for the 10th guy. But like, it's a very tough mountain to climb because like Michael Jordan, that's like an unreachable mountain. LeBron James, even though people like to have these discussions on Twitter, realistically, that's another unreachable mountain.
Not even close.
We just talked about Magic Johnson. To me, the person that I hate that gets disrespected the most is Larry Bird.
100%.
Because Larry Bird, people talk about him like he not like that. Even when we was talking with JC in the parking lot, he's like, Kobe would fry Larry Bird.
In a one-on-one, by the way. Not even in a 5v5, in a one-on-one, which is irrelevant.
Which was irrelevant. But Larry Bird's a guy that like, how you was talking about how we knock certain guys with playing with certain talent. Larry Bird was, people forget that Robert Parrish, McHale, Dennis Johnson, they weren't on the Celtics when Larry Bird first got there. Larry Bird got there, and it was just him, Cedric Maxwell, and I couldn't even tell you who else. But they were fucking garbage before he got there. And when he got there, they were a 60-win team. I'm pretty sure they were 60-22 his rookie year. And he won Rookie of the Year. And then his second year, they win the fucking championship. I know he didn't really perform well in the finals and shit like that. But to go from being a bad team 2 years prior, and then you add Larry Bird and you're instantly a fucking championship contender, that says a lot. And then once they started to add the pieces around him, they add Kevin McHale, they add Robert Parrish, they add Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. You saw that they became one of the dynasties in the 80s. And he won 3 straight MVP. That in itself
hasn't been done.
That in itself, nobody has done that. The closest person to do that was fucking Jokic.
And Bron. That D Rose got.
So like, I hate when people try to knock like Larry Bird. Like they kind of just try to dismiss what he does. Because Larry Bird's another guy. Like he's a 27-8 and like he's like a 27-8 guy.
Not even, bro. He was putting up 10 fucking boards, bro. That's like 27, 10 and 8, bro.
Yeah.
And we enamored by LeBron's 27, 7 and 7. You feel me?
And Bird is doing that just minus like the tomahawks and shit like that.
Straight jumpers.
And like it's tough to beat a guy like Larry Bird. I know people are gonna dismiss him, but it's very tough to do what he did, especially in that era. Tim Duncan's another one, bro. People are quick to call it the Kobe era, but that's a Tim Duncan era, bro. And we talked about it with Hakeem winning that 94 chip, 94 and 95, no All-Star help. Tim Duncan did it in 03. And that was a very, very tough mountain to climb at that point because you still had the Lakers in the West. You still had Dirk.
60 wins, by the way, Dirk.
60-win Dirk.
That was a fucking
you still had Kevin Garnett to deal with.
Kings.
The Kings. Like, it was very, very tough at that point. And Tim Duncan was playing with, was it rookie? Was Tony Parker a rookie at that point?
Rookie Tony Parker. Ginobili was not there yet.
Yeah.
David Robinson's last year.
Yeah.
No, I think I could be wrong. I think that was second year Tony Parker.
Might have been second year Tony Parker. And then Manu. I don't know if Manu was there.
He wasn't. No,
actually, no. Manu might have been there.
Manu was the rookie.
Yeah.
Manu was the rookie. Tony Parker's second year.
Yeah.
Last year David Robinson, and it was like Tim Duncan.
Yeah, and just to even get that team to the finals is fucking insane. And the shit he was doing in the finals was insane, especially
quadruple double.
Yeah,
that was
in the closeout. So that's tough in itself. I know people like to talk shit about Bill Russell saying he played in a time where it was only 8 teams. He played against plumbers, blah, blah, blah. But, like, bro, to win 8 consecutive championships and 11 overall, whether he played in that time or not, to do that in general is fucking insane. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're playing with, like, yo, to win 8 straight championships, no matter what level, bro, that's a tough thing to do. And I don't care what nobody says. Even the motherfuckers on Twitter, even in your little leagues, soccer leagues, whatever, or your men's leagues, to win 8 straight, that's tough in itself. Like, nobody's doing that. I don't care what nobody says. And people forget, because this is my favorite Bill Russell shit. The motherfucker coached and won the championship. Like no, I know. I mean, you probably can't do that shit now.
You can't.
But, like,
Bron should do it, but
yeah, but just that in itself is, like, fucking insane. And the same thing with Will Chamberlain. People like to knock him. I know people like to say he wasn't a winner. He was just a stats guy. And then as soon as he started sacrificing, they started winning. But, like, we're talking about one of the best athletes of all time in probably any sport. And I feel like if he was playing today, nobody's seeing that, man. We talking about a 7'3" guy with a 40-inch vert.
Disgusting.
Like, disgusting. He averaged 50. And I know people like to say, oh,
strong as hell.
Yeah, strong as hell. Was fucking fighting lions and shit. But, like, I know people like to say, like, oh, he was a loser. He only got 2 rings. He got carried by Jerry West in the second one. But I feel like the one he did get holds a lot of weight.
100%. Because it disrupted Boston.
Yeah. Not only are you not only do you prove that you can sacrifice for your team, because people like to use that as a knock, like, oh, he couldn't win averaging 50. But yeah, he showed that he could sacrifice. Be like, yo, my nigga, chill out. We know you could get the points, but if you do these certain things, we could probably elevate as a team. He proved that he could do that, and they took down the Bill Russell and the Celtics. And I feel like that ring by itself, even though he only has 2, which some people look at it as underwhelming for him to be one of the most dominant players of all time, that ring by itself, I think it holds a lot of fucking weight. Mm-hmm. I don't care what nobody says. And he got one in an era where it was being dominated by Bill Russell and the Celtics. So to be able to do that was fucking insane. And then being able to be adaptable and play with Jerry West and Gail Goodrich in the 72 finals, just being able to do that is something else that people don't like to talk about. He's being able to sacrifice again and going down to be able to win another one. So it's just a lot of the records that we see in the NBA, Will Chamberlain has his name on, like, every single one of them. Mm-hmm. And people just want to bury it under the rug, but it's impossible to do that. So just his impact, like, statistically, and what he's done in that period of time, disrupting one of the best dynasties, I think that he has a fucking tremendous case. And he's what? Him and Jordan are tied for all-time point per game career.
They're both tied at 30.1.
Yeah, 30.1.
I think when you go into the second decimal, I think Jordan's barely higher.
Yeah.
So they right there.
Yeah, so it's like, that's like a motherfucker that's like almost like you can't even fucking touch that at that point. But yeah, bro, just for Steph Curry to get into the top 10, it's gonna be a tough task because all those guys are like, they really paved the way and they made it a big fucking gap for him to get in there.
And that's one thing too, because it's one thing to be logically critical and be like correct. So for example, like when I say, for example, like people will say, oh, Jordan was going against Shaq, Hakeem, David Robinson, so on and so forth, Charles Barkley. And then logical criticism is, okay, well, he wasn't directly going against him at the 2-guard position. That 2-guard renaissance came after him, and I'll give him the credit. It was inspired by him. That Kobe, that Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, all these guys coming out as shooting guards right after him. Like that time, Vince Carter, T-Mac, that was because of influence from him. But in his time, there was no top shooting guards. The second and third best shooting guard after Jordan during his era was Clyde Drexler, who we respect, and Mitch Richmond, who was missing the playoffs because he was stuck on the Kings. You feel me? He was stuck on the Kings and he was stuck on the Wizards. Or I think they were the Bullets by that point in time. I could be incorrect. It was right at that change. But that's logical criticism. But to say like, oh, but he played against plumbers, that's bullshit. You feel me? That's not logical criticism.
That's bullshit.
That's why I hate the one thing about the basketball discourse is constantly discrediting what came before. So like you said with Bill and Will, right? You could say, oh, there's only 8 teams, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, Bill Russell's the greatest winner in American sports history.
Yeah.
In every fucking sport. Every fucking sport. You got some Yankees that won 8 World Series. Wasn't enough. Tom Brady got 7 Super Bowls. Not even close to Bill Russell still. You feel me? Mike has 6 championships. You feel me? That's barely over half of Bill Russell shit. You feel me? This is the greatest winner in American sports history. You cannot take that away from him, no matter what. No matter what. One of the best defenders of all time, too. No matter what. He was going against Will. You feel me? That was his constant competition all the time. Like I said, with the 8 teams, they were still playing 82 games back then. He had to see Wilt way more often than he didn't. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the thing. He was guarding this man all the fucking time. And the inverse for Wilt, like you said in that second ring with Jerry West, what a lot of people forget too that I always quote, and it's one of my favorite things. There's this like Wilt Chamberlain archive like fan page on YouTube, right? I don't know if you've seen it. There's film of them versus the Bucks in the Western Conference Finals. He's dominating prime MVP Kareem in his fucking peak.
You know what's crazy?
Blocking the skyhook back to back to back. The only got to do that shit.
That's prime Kareem, and that was Kareem's like 3rd season.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He was an MVP.
Yeah,
like,
he blocked the skyhook like
shit.
twice.
Yeah, I think 3 times. And it's all on film.
Yeah.
This isn't shit that's made up. This is actually on film. You guys want to see the 100-point game isn't real? Fine. This shit is on film. Him dominating Kareem as this old fucking lion that's about to be out the fucking league. Dominant to the point where in the 80s there's teams still calling his phone saying like, yo, can you suit up with us? You want to try it out again? In the 80s, bro. He was already in his 50s. Still trying to give him a chance to play some hoops. You feel me? And then even going back to the 80s, right? People are already disparaging the 80s. Bro, Larry Bird, at the end of the day, whether you want to talk about the talent being garbage, so on and so forth, he got them 3 MVPs in a row. And it wasn't against garbage competition. Mike had just came up. You're going against Magic. You're going against Bernard King. You feel me? All these phenomenal players. Hakeem, Moses Malone. Dr. J was already on the way out. He was already an old man.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas. You're going against all this insane talent, Hall of Fame talent, top 30, 40, 50 talents. You feel me? And you won that shit 3 times in a row. Dominique. George Gervin, you won that shit 3 times in a row. Jokic was close, ain't do it. Brown was close, ain't do it. Besides that, nobody else was really close. Steph wasn't close to winning MVP in the 2014 season or the 16-17 season. It wasn't even close. So the only closest guys was Jokic and Braun. They couldn't do it. Oh, and Steve Nash almost won Dirk's MVP.
07, right? Oh,
he
yeah, he was
second or third.
Yeah.
He was right there, too. He had the chance, too. He was also close. So there's 3 guys that almost did. They couldn't get the job done. Phenomenal winner. You want to say Robert Parrish and Dennis Johnson and Kevin McHale as Hall of Famers. Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale, I'll give you, those in their peaks. Dennis Johnson was slowing down. It's just the truth. He was slowing down. This wasn't Supersonics Dennis Johnson. You feel me? He was still good, but it's not Supersonics Dennis Johnson. Larry Bird, like we said, 28, 10, and 7, 8 fucking assists. You cannot disparage that. You cannot disparage Magic Johnson. You can't. You just can't. 2 top 10 guys going against each other in the same fucking era. And then Mike came in. And they were still directly competing with him when Mike was a young fucking pup. And they was beating him. For that time being, they was beating him, bro. You cannot disparage that shit. And I need you to comment on the football side of things. But this shit don't happen in baseball. And it shit do not happen in fucking soccer. Niggas respect Pele. Niggas respect Babe Ruth. Niggas respect Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, Maradona. They respect Johan Cruyff. They respect all these guys. But it's just basketball where it's like even guys from 30 years ago, we were saying like, yeah, they was garbage. They was fucking garbage. These soccer players spent the 60s and 70s getting respect. Baseball players fucking 30s and 40s, bro. We're talking about guys that had to go serve in World War II still getting their fucking respect.
Yeah.
And we can't even respect players from the 80s and 90s, bro.
Yeah. It's only basketball because I don't see people saying, oh, Jim Brown is fucking whack.
Yeah, he's whack.
No,
Jerry Rice would be whack in this era. Dan Marino would be whack in this era.
Nah, yeah.
Nobody say that
Nobody
shit.
says any of that shit.
Nobody says that. Nobody says that, bro. It's just basketball. It's
only in
for whatever
basketball.
Reason. For whatever, y'all tell me you already can't respect Larry Bird, which is funny because like in 20 years, bro, people might, just because of how NBA fans are now, people might be like, damn, Bron's competition was weak. Talking about a 6'3" guy who just shoots the ball. That was his competition. Like, come on, bro. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. My top 10 though, it's locked in, bro. You already said everything I had to say. Tim Duncan and Hakeem did something that they're the only two players that I acknowledge that won without All-Star help. Because technically speaking, on a technicality, Bron did it in 2016. We know Kyrie was an All-Star.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. Like, he was an All-Star talent.
Yeah.
Kevin Love wasn't really an All-Star talent that year, but he was a pretty damn good player. But we talking second year Tony Parker averaging 15 points, rookie Manu, David Robinson's last season.
I'm thinking about that Houston team.
Otis Thorpe.
That's what I was
Robert
thinking.
Horry. Was Kenny there for both?
Yeah.
Kenny.
But Kenny wasn't. And Robert Horry was Sam Cassell was a rookie for the 94 one.
Vernon Maxwell was not on both, I don't think, right? I think he was only on the second one. I could be wrong.
No, he was on 94. He was on 94? He was definitely on 94. 95, I don't know. Mario Elie
was my next name too.
Who's the dude we was debating about?
With what?
On the Rockets that was on the team. And we was like, nah, he was the third option.
Oh, was that Robert Horry?
Nah, it wasn't. Nah, it wasn't Robert Horry. It was somebody else. It was the power forward.
Otis Thorpe.
It was Otis Thorpe?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's a power forward.
Yeah.
It's like, respectfully, bro, like, that's like a decent team. But he was going against Stockton and Malone, you feel me?
The Spurs.
He was going against KJ and Charles Barkley. Barkley in his prime too, by the way, you feel me?
Prime David Robinson.
Embarrassed him too, by the way.
Yeah, he embarrassed him.
He embarrassed MVP David Robinson the second year.
Yeah.
And
then he embarrassed Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, and then he embarrassed Patrick Ewing. And then he also embarrassed Shaq the year after.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Like, we're just talking, like, he was playing great competition throughout the entire time. Great direct competition at his fucking position that he was guarding him. David Robinson's a fucking phenomenal defender in his own right. He won a DPOY too. Patrick Ewing never won a DPOY. Phenomenal defender in his own right. All-time defender. He cooked both of them. Then he locked them up. Them two and Shaq. He locked all three of them up. He was doing it on both sides. We're talking 12, 13 seasons if I had to guess. Maybe 14 of 20-point double-doubles per year. He is. That's why for me, he is the barometer of who gets in and who doesn't.
And I didn't even mention Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq. We don't even have to talk about Shaq.
Like
three finals MVPs.
Three straight
MVP.
3 straight championships as the fucking big dog. Mm-hmm. Like
30 points per game plus double-doubles in every fucking finals in that stretch.
And I know people are like, oh, the Warriors could have won 3 in a row if blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, shit. I mean, they could have won 3 in a row if KD didn't go down.
Yeah.
Nigga, Shaq was the fucking guy. Like,
he did it.
It was no...
He did it.
It was no question, bro.
Nothing at all. He was the man.
Yeah.
He was a man. He could have 4-peated. I know it's could have, would have, should have. He didn't, but he still got the 3-peat at least.
Shit.
That early 2000s
he could have won
his.
2000 Dolo.
He could have. A lot of people would say, no, but what about Kobe in the fourth quarter, whatever. I don't give a fuck, bro. Let's say they would have lost that game, so on and so forth, right? They still win in 6.
Yeah. I mean, I give Kobe that game 4. Because they don't win without Kobe.
But they still
win. But
in
that's
6.
Literally because Shaq fouled out. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They still win in 6.
It's not like Shaq was on the court and Kobe did that. It was like Kobe deadass had to step up.
Yeah, he had to.
He literally had to.
And like I said, if they lose that game, they still win the next 2.
Yeah.
They still win the championship.
But yo, he averaged... I'll go back and watch that shit, bro. That motherfucker Shaq was on some bullshit, bro. The first 2 games, he had like, what, 46 in game 1?
I think 2000, he averaged 36 and 18.
It was like 38. Yeah, 38. Yeah, 38 and like 16 or some shit.
Yeah, I flipped the numbers. I flipped the 8 and the 6. It's 38 and 16, not 36 and 18.
Yeah,
it was disgusting, bro.
That shit was insane.
We don't got to comment on him. I'm sorry.
On Rick Smits too. I mean, people like to talk shit, but Rick Smits is 7'4". Like,
and also too, like the Mutombo shit. People say Mutombo's old. He did that against a DPOY. He dominated DPOY.
Yeah,
we're not taking that shit away from him, bro. We're not doing that. I'm not gonna do that, bro. That's why it's like I'm not taking Steph Curry over Shaq. I'm not taking Kobe over Shaq. I'm not taking KD over Shaq. I'm not taking any of those heads over Hakeem, bro. I'm not. For you to break into my top 10, you got to be better than Hakeem Olajuwon. And that's not, like you said, that's a tough mountain to climb. And that's the one and that's the easiest one to get over. That's a tough fucking mountain to climb, bro. And I don't think anyone's gonna do it for a while. I think my top 10 is gonna stay locked in for a long fucking time, bro. A long time. I don't think anyone could get moved. People outside the top 10, they can move up and down as much as I want. But that top 10, nobody's moving, bro. There's no space for movement. Nobody could break in. You can't get into the fucking club, bro. You got some LeBrons on your feet and some ripped jeans. You're not getting into the fucking club, bro. I'm sorry. That's it. That's my top 10. You're not breaking in. I can't put Curry in there. You got people saying Curry top 5. I'm wondering, like, damn. Top 5 since when? 2010? Sure. In basketball history, Curry is top 5? Where? What happened to a majority of players that play the fucking game?
People need to start making or differentiating their top 5 that they've seen with their own eyes and top 5 all time, whatever. Because top 5, like, because, yeah, I know you guys will probably be like, oh, you didn't watch fucking Wilt Chamberlain, but, like, yeah, I go back and I look at the stats. I watch certain games. I read articles. Like, I have a lot of respect for the history of the game. That's when I first started playing 2K. One of the first things I did, past champions. I'm looking at all that shit. Past MVPs, I look at all that shit. Past scoring champs, I'm looking at all that shit. I'm not gonna be oblivious and kind of just forget all of that shit happened. I like seeing the growth of the game and see how shit was like back then. So if I want to objectively make my list of motherfuckers from back then and being able to go see what the fuck happened, listening to podcasts of like 50-year-old dudes talking about, oh, Magic Johnson did this, Magic Johnson did that, and I want to go see that shit on YouTube. I want to see that shit for myself. Motherfuckers is saying this is one of the best guys of all time. I want to go back and see that. A list with my own 2 eyes, that's a completely different thing. Because that's what a lot of people on Twitter be doing when they be saying shit like, James Harden's the greatest shooting guard of all time. Shit like that. I'm like, those are motherfuckers that didn't see like D-Wade, or they didn't get to see Kobe when he was lit. And you didn't get to see AI. And the same shit with the Steph shit. Like, saying Steph is top 5 all time, you're literally, that's like top 5 motherfuckers I watch. Because if it goes by motherfuckers I watch, hell yeah, Steph.
Yeah, he's in my top 5.
Yeah, Steph, hell, undoubtedly he's up there.
Because you tell me, like, because I've been watching ball since 06, right? After D-Wade won that championship. In the past 18 years, I could say Steph Curry is one of the 5 best players I've seen.
Yeah.
5 best players of all time. Like you said, going back and watching. It is so easy to go on YouTube and look up 93, 94 conference finals. Those are conference finals, you feel me? It's easy to, even if you don't want to watch the whole game, which I've done, it's easy to just look up 87 Jordan highlights. Feel me? 84 Bird
or you could
highlights.
just watch the condensed fucking version. So it's like they take out timeouts, no commercials, like, and it's just you watch the whole game in like 20 minutes.
You could do that. But it's like you just want to be lazy and just be a casual and say, yo, like, this is my top 5, whatever. And say, these are all just guys that you've seen, bro. And I can't believe you just said like that where people's like James Harden's the best shooting guard all time. They gotta end that sentence with that I've ever seen. Because it's like, all due respect, and you know I'm not even like a big Kobe fan. 12-13 Kobe was his last great year. That could go up against many of James Harden's best years. Like, except 17-18, 18-19, that 12-13 Kobe season could go bar for bar with any James Harden season. You feel me? Except 2. Literally only except 2, and that was his last one. So that just shows me like you haven't been watching ball until the Warriors started winning championships, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I see with my own 2 eyes when I read shit like that. It's like, y'all just weren't watching basketball before like 2015.
Yeah.
Which is okay. It's fine, because obviously there's people younger than us, bro. There's people who just started watching basketball last year, you feel me? But it's like, don't make takes on shit that you haven't seen, though.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that so-and-so would be so-and-so one-on-one in a 5v5 sport.
Yo, bro, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about 1v1, bro.
I'm never going to put that shit.
I hate when people do that shit. Be like, Kyrie would fry fucking Isaiah Thomas one-on-one. I'm like, cares? Yeah, sure, but I'd rather have Isaiah Thomas. Like,
who cares? That's my thing too, because like and the one thing I always bring up, that's why I always bitch about and I always rant about the skill shit. Harden's more skilled than Giannis, so he's better. Kobe's just more skilled than LeBron. You would fry LeBron 1v1. Kyrie's way more skilled than fucking Chris Paul. Way more skilled than Magic Johnson, whatever. Like I always tell you, Justin, I'm going to bring this up to anybody that ever sits on this couch and talks about skill. Anyone that ever sits on this couch and talks one-on-one. Someone mentions that bullshit, the first time I say, Are you taking AI over Shaq in an all-time draft? Are you taking Kyrie over Shaq in an all-time draft? No? All right, then I don't give a fuck about skill. I don't give a fuck about skill. Respectfully. You're not taking Kyrie over Giannis in an all-time draft. So what are we doing? I don't give a fuck about skill. I don't give a fuck about a one-on-one. I don't care how many different ways you could score. If the only way you could score is you averaging 28 just because you stand in the paint and dunk, I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't care if you score 28 doing a bunch of threes off the dribble, step backs, turnaround J's. I don't give a fuck. Because your 28 is just as valuable as this man's 28 standing under the basket and just dunking that shit. It's the same shit. Y'all getting the same amount of points per game. Skill don't mean nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing, bro. It's never going to mean anything to me. If you can win one certain way, like Giannis does, just running into the paint and just dunking, running dunk, man. If that's how you're winning, I don't give a fuck. You're winning. That's how you win. You winning. I'd rather you win like that than lose trying to be fancy and shit. I don't give a fuck about being fancy, bro. Jamal Crawford is not better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's not. He never will be. He'll beat him in a one-on-one. Jamal Crawford could quite literally beat LeBron in a one-on-one. You're not taking Jamal Crawford as a top 100 player of all time. You're never going to say that. You might not even put Jamal Crawford top 150. You probably can't. But he'll beat LeBron in a one-on-one. I don't give a fuck. Go, give him that victory. Yeah. Give these skill guys a victory that they will beat so-and-so in a one-on-one. That's fine. But what do they do in a 5v5? How much do they contribute to winning? Nothing? Okay, oh well, I don't give a fuck. That's my only rant. Yeah. That's my rant with the skill and the one-on-one shit. That's never going to be nothing to me. That shows me that you limiting your knowledge of the game. And that's what pisses me off. But let's move on from this shit, Justin. Let's talk about that Olympic game, though. Curry fried. Bron did his thing. It was a really good fucking game overall. Wemby cried after the game. I'm excited to see what he's going to do this upcoming season. I know we're supposed to be talking about the game, but I'm just going to say real quick. I am excited to see what Wemby does this year. And he said he wants to train with KD, too. That's his idol. KD, give him some tricks and just retire and let everyone else deal with that shit. Let's see what happens.
Man, that shit gonna be exciting.
Bron got dunked on, but we don't gotta really talk too much about that.
Yabusele.
Yeah, Yabu was cooking.
That shit was crazy. I mean, yeah, that game was fucking insane. Steph Curry, I was screaming when he hit those threes at the end.
It was, that double team setback three was disgusting.
I didn't think USA was gonna lose, but like France was staying in the game, and I'm like, yo, is Wemby about to do this shit? And Steph Curry was like, nope. Fucking ended that shit real quick.
Ended that shit ASAP.
Yeah.
Is Yabu an NBA player?
I mean, he played in the league.
No, I'm saying like, you think he deserves it now?
He should.
After that performance?
I think he should get a shot.
Because the whole Olympics, he was frying.
Yeah, he was.
By the way, I also want to push an agenda real quick.
Lesort too.
Frank Ntilikina outscored Jason Tatum the whole Olympics.
It's a travesty.
Shout out to my boy Frank. We still love you in New York City, bro. You always welcome as a defender, as our 15th man. Shout out to Frank, bro. But as you were saying though about France.
Nah, yeah, Yabusele played great. Mm-hmm. Lesort played real good too. And I'm really excited for their team in 2028 and what they could possibly be. I know we had that discussion last episode, but they're only gonna get better. And the craziest part about it, bro, 2028. Wemby is going to be 24, and that still might not even be his prime. The 2032 Olympics, that might be peak Wemby. So this next Olympics in 4 years, that's probably not even prime Wemby. So imagine how crazy he about to be at that point. God willing, he doesn't get hurt, but like their team about to be insane. Especially like if Zachary Risace could be like, if he could hit the potential upside that you and I both see, not no superstar, but a complimentary piece, especially with this France team that he could fit in real well. That's gonna be nice. If Alex Sarr could reach his defensive potential and maybe get that midi jump shot that we were talking about, him next to Wemby would be insane. And then the shit that I've been seeing with Nolan Traore, you pair that up, because the one thing France was missing, they was missing a guard. Mm-hmm. They needed a guard. And I know one of the jokes this summer was when they cut Killian Hayes, and I guess rightfully so, but
Hold on, wait. Cutting Killian Hayes and keeping Frank is crazy, because I don't even know who's better between them.
Yeah, but they needed a dynamic guard, so hopefully Nolan Traore is on that team at that point, and he's a guy that he could potentially potentially be like the number 2 pick in this upcoming draft if everything goes perfectly right. But their team is going to be fucking insane in 2028. So I'm excited to see what happens in 4 years.
Will Wemby's brother be there? I don't know how old he is. He's like 16.
He might be like 16, but
yeah, he'll be there.
I don't know because I don't know how if he's that good because I know he just started playing basketball.
He'll get drafted, bro.
Probably, yeah.
He's gonna get drafted.
Yeah,
he'll be on that team.
But I'm not looking at him as like a contributor.
Hey man, I am. I ain't gonna lie, I am. 28 and 32, he'll be there. He's gonna contribute.
Yeah, I just named like 4 motherfuckers or 3 motherfuckers. They basically have their starting 5. Mm-hmm. Batum will be probably done by then. Gobert will be old as fuck by that point.
I don't even know how old he'll be in 28.
I think he's 32.
Yeah,
now.
I'm about to say he's like 32 or 33.
So he'll be 36.
His ass got to stay on the bench.
Salon. Maybe he's there.
You didn't even mention Koulibaly yet.
Koulibaly.
Yeah.
Yo, they already got their starting 5.
Yeah, he could get better.
Yeah, Koulibaly. Yeah, they're looking real nice for 2028.
They giving 28 USA some problems without Tatum and Brown there. It's gonna be some problems. We talking Cooper Flag, Paolo, whoever else will be there.
Hallie.
It's gonna be such a question mark. And probably no Brunson.
Brunson will be what 31 by then.
Brunson's like 28, bro. I'm pretty sure.
I think he's turning 28, so he'll be like 32 by then. Well, he'll be 31 for the Olympics by the time the Olympics over.
Yeah, it's still not a team that's like
Jaren Jackson. Crazy. And when he played last year, wasn't that good.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched numbers on the board make the roster. They said Jarrett Allen, and that's when I was like, "Damn, bro, how far we fallen."
The center.
No disrespect to him either, by the way. No disrespect, but going from AD, Bam, and Embiid to Jarrett Allen is crazy.
I'm sorry, you got to put Bam on that team.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. He's not old at all. Donovan Mitchell.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell. It's not all of our best players in the U.S. are guards, bro. Like, I don't know guards and wings. We don't have like a great big.
I don't know if they're gonna put Ja on the team.
I don't know either. Hey, it's in Los Angeles, bro.
I don't know if they
could pull up with the rips. I ain't gonna lie. He could pull up with the ribs, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I saw on Twitter some nigga put a 3-minute video. It was like hats you can't wear in LA. 3 minutes long, bro. And he was explaining like every single hat. And he was like, the Clippers hat, you could wear the one that says Los Angeles Clippers, but the one that says LC, you can't wear that one. I was like, damn.
You can't even be a fucking baseball fan in LA.
That's what, because it was straight baseball hats.
Yeah, because like, if you're wearing the Cincinnati Reds, that means you 49th East Street fucking blood. It's like, come on, bro. Like, and it's like, and if you wear the Cardinals one, you're like 31st West Street. It's like, oh, come on, bro. I can't wear no hats like, out there.
This Milwaukee Brewers hat. This is South Avenue. I'm like, damn, like dead ass every fucking baseball team.
Milwaukee Brewers is crazy.
Yeah. And I saw one dude in the comments like, I'm gonna just rock my New York Knicks hat.
I got some shit for that too.
He's like, you can't wear this 49ers hat.
49ers hat. First of all, respectfully, I've never seen nobody wear a football hat. I've seen some basketball hats. I don't think they look right.
Yeah, they don't look right.
Baseball looks right, but a football hat is crazy.
But it was that as like every single baseball hat, bro.
You're not gonna wear all
this of them. Detroit Tigers hat. You can't wear that. I gotta go back and watch it. And I think it was a 2-part video. I only saw part 1 though.
Tigers hat do go hard, but come on, bro. Come on. Yeah, Ja's gonna be a problem over there. I ain't gonna lie. If he does make the team, Zion could be on the team.
That'll be fun.
That'll be cool.
If
Zion's doing his shit, that'll be fucking cool. I ain't gonna lie. But they don't have bigs, bro.
Yeah, the bigs is
it's gonna be
rough.
Chet, Jaren Jackson, Jarrett Allen, maybe Bam,
Evan Mobley,
E-Mob. That's your rotation, bro, of bigs. I'm not too hype about that.
Donovan Clingan.
Maybe. You feel me?
Yeah, it's looking bad.
I do like, though, that we already anointing Cooper Flag on that team, though. That kind of goes hard. But Paolo's definitely team captain.
Yeah.
Him or Ant, it has to be the team captain. I don't think anyone
You said Hallie or... It's going to be Ant.
No, I didn't say Hallie. I said Paolo or Ant got to be team captain.
Yeah.
And they're going to be the 2 best players on that fucking team by that time.
Should be Ant.
Should be Ant. Yeah, he had the experience. He got a FIBA, even though he didn't win.
And he said he's not playing FIBA again.
Yeah, he said, I'm not playing that shit ever
He was like, hell no. Nah.
He just won with the Avengers, you feel me? Shout out to him, learning from KD. He was chilling with KD like he was his little brother and shit. Shout out KD, by the way.
Shit, man.
I don't know if you saw him go on to yacht with 6 Treeshas.
Yeah, I did see that. I did.
Shout out to KD.
I think if USA wins the next one, I'm not gonna say they're the best team of all time, but like that medal will hold a lot of weight.
The next one?
Yeah.
Do you think they're
like I would put them over the 16 team, like just for winning it? Like,
do you think by 2032 we're cooked? Because I remember last episode we're like, damn, competition's climbing up fast.
2032, bro. At that point, yo, you would have prime Wemby at that point.
Prime Wemby would be disgusting.
That would be prime Wemby.
Luka will be like 33, 34 maybe. I think he's kind of phased out.
Will Slovenia even qualify?
Yeah, that's the thing too. They didn't even qualify this time. Giannis will be done, honestly.
Yeah, Giannis will be like 38.
Yeah, his career is over by that point in time. Projecting, obviously. I don't know, man. I think now is like the time, like the best time for that talent until new guys obviously come in. But that current to old guard is going to be phased out by 32.
Like overseas guys at 2032, I could not tell you.
Yeah.
But like U.S. guys, like, I mean, AJ, I don't know if he would even play for U.S. or if he would play for, I forgot what country. He's from like Africa or some shit.
Shout out to Africa.
But he's from Brockton. But he's the number one kid in 2026. So the year after Cooper Flag's year, he's the number one prospect. But I saw him in like a USA shit playing, but then in the Nike Hoop Summit when it's top under 18 world and then top under USA, he was playing for the world team. So I'm like, I don't know where he would play, to be honest.
Pick USA. Yeah. No bias, obviously, attached. Pick USA.
Yeah. So, and then you got the fucking Cameron Boozer. We'll see what happens at that point. The
Barnes twins.
But I doubt those guys will probably, like, at that point, 2032. I mean, Ant might be like 29. He might be in his prime.
Damn.
Because
really?
Ant just turned 23. Oh no, I'm bugging.
Yeah, hold on.
Wait, I'm bugging.
He'll be 31.
Yeah, he'll be 31. I'm bugging.
Say,
yeah, I'm like, wait, this nigga's only 2.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second. You're not 21.
I thought he was born in like fucking 03 for some reason. Nah, but yeah, he'll probably still be in his prime.
True.
Paolo will unless Paolo pulls some bullshit and is like, I'm gonna play for Italy. Because Klay Thompson was repping US, and then all of a sudden this motherfucker's teaming up with Bahamas.
Because he knows he won't get no burn with the US. Let's just be real.
And then Eric Gordon, him going to Bahamas was news to me.
I didn't even know he's Bahamanian.
Yeah, the only motherfuckers I knew that was from the Bahamas was Buddy Hield and Ayton. But Klay Thompson shit, that shit came out of left field. I didn't know that.
That team's not even. I remember people were hyping him up. They're like, yo, this could be a fire ass team. I'm like, yo, come on, bro, seriously? We hyping up a team where Ayton's the best player.
But I think 2028 and 2032, France is probably the scariest team.
But we also have to send our best guys because 2020, we almost lost the finals. It was a close-ass game. Yeah. But that's also because we didn't send our best.
Because I'm trying to think of like...
We had Keldon Johnson and Zach LaVine there.
Because I'm not really as high... I mean, I don't think I'll be as high on Canada in 2032.
Why not? Oh, well, what about 28?
28, I mean, if Zach Edey plays, that's a different story.
And Shea.
You still have Shea.
Star
J. Jamal Murray would be...
I'm not saying Jamal Murray. He'd play fucking ass.
You still have Andrew Nembhard, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Kelly Olynyk probably be cooked at that point. Lou Dort.
No, I'd say Lou Dort.
And then, I mean, I couldn't tell you the incoming. I think there's one dude from Canada coming into the draft, but I forgot his name. And I think he's going to Illinois. I gotta get his name. But I mean, if they could get like a couple centers on that team, because guard and wings, they're pretty good. Like, you got Dylan Brooks still. If they could get Zach Edey and somebody else, that'd be pretty good.
Spain, get your game up again, bro. We need them to start pumping out fucking talent.
Yeah, Juan Nunez. It's time to step up.
No, they gotta send out some talent, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
The last good Spain players, they've just been the Gasol brothers, bro. And respect to the Hernan Gomez niggas, but come on.
And then Germany. I don't know any upcoming niggas coming.
It's just the Wagner boys.
You got the Wagners. How old is Dennis Schroeder? He's probably like...
He was in his rookie season 14, 15. I don't know if he came in as like a 19-year-old or whatever. I don't know how old he was. But right now, if I had to guess, he's at least 29, 30 years old.
So he might play in 2028.
Unless he was a rookie. Was he a rookie 13, 14 or 14, 15?
I remember him getting drafted in 13, but
You think he was a stash?
I have no idea.
He's 30 or that. He's 30 or 31 then.
I could check right now.
Well, yeah, I think he has 30s already. But look, I know he carried the flag, which was crazy by the way too. That he carried the flag out of all the German athletes that they got. That was crazy to me that he was the one holding the flag, but he's nothing crazy.
Yeah, anyways. He was a rookie in 13-14.
He played.
Yeah, he played 49 games that year.
Okay.
Oh, so he's 30 right now.
He's 30 right now on the dot.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He turns 31 in September.
Shout out to him. Happy birthday soon.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Germany though.
Yeah, I'm not.
The comp to me is Canada and France.
France is like the number one.
Honestly, Slovenia, I'm low on. Serbia, I mean, they'll be up there, but Jokic will be a little bit older.
Yeah.
Will Jokic even do the next Olympics? Maybe not.
He'd be what, 33 at the. How old is Jokic now?
I think Jokic is 31.
31.
He might be. He's 30 or 31. Embiid just hit 30. I'm pretty sure.
I think Jokic might be 30 or 29. So.
Yeah, he's gonna be in his mid 30s by then, regardless of what he is right now. But he's gonna be in his mid 30s. He'll do it out of pride. I mean, you saw how happy he was happier to get that bronze with his boys than the NBA championship. That was what was funny to me. So he'll probably just do it just because like, yo, these are my boys.
Nah, but you feel me? France is probably gonna be that's gonna be the team.
They're the team you gotta face off against
in 2028 and 2032.
We definitely gotta send our best to have a chance.
Yeah,
not gonna lie. 28 might be our last gold medal, bro. Unless someone phenomenal comes out, obviously we can't project who's gonna be great in the 2029 draft or anything. You feel me? They like fucking freshmen right now. I could be wrong. I'm just trying to do the math in my head right now. But yeah, I think they're literally high school freshmen or 8th graders. But 28 is gonna be a battle.
Yeah, 2028.
And I'm excited to see it. But it's not gonna be because we're saying our best or they're sending their best. It's just gonna be like we're gonna be sending some of our best, kind of like our middle end talent too in terms of stars versus their best. And we'll see who's gonna be the ones to actually come out on top of that battle. But Justin, let's transition to our last topic. Schedules all came out. It looks like the NBA and Adam Silver did not listen to your Warriors criticism. They have the second most national games. If I'm not mistaken, I got to check again on my phone, the screenshot. But they have a lot of fucking games. Just want to ask you, who you think, obviously you're going to say the Warriors deserve way less, but who else do you think deserves way less games and who deserves more?
Yeah, I'm looking at the list right now. Who deserves less?
Warriors off rip.
Yeah, Warriors off rip. Trying to look at any other teams.
Orlando needs more than 9.
Orlando needs more.
They need 16. OKC got some respect.
OKC should get more, honestly.
They got 25, bro. That's a decent fucking amount.
I feel like they should get like 30.
30?
Damn, they gave the Spurs a lot of love.
Champs got 34. We got 34. I feel like
they pretty much got it right. Orlando should get a little bit more. Like if Orlando got like 16, I'd be cool with that.
Toronto and Portland got 4, and so the Pistons. Wow.
And you know what's funny? They're counting NBA TV as national. I don't count.
Doesn't count.
That don't count. That don't count to me.
Even though we don't have like the real breakdown, but that shit shouldn't count.
Yeah, unfortunately to me, NBA TV does not count as national.
Clippers got too many, bro. I'm gonna say it right now. Clippers got 21.
Yeah.
They gotta have less than 20 at this point in time because Kawhi's not gonna be playing like that.
Yeah.
And your best player is gonna be James Harden. At the age that he's at right now, they gotta drop some fucking games, bro. Indy, I think they should have had borderline 20.
Or Indy, they got 14.
Yeah.
You said they shouldn't or should?
They should get closer to 20. They should have 4 or 5 more games. You feel me?
Yeah.
Memphis got 17. I think they're in a perfect spot.
That's cool. Yeah.
Cleveland, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. Miami, they're fine where they're at.
Where's Miami at? They got 13. Please. I don't want to fucking see them.
You think they should get less?
No, I think they're right where they're at.
I think they're right where they're supposed to be.
Years past, they don't need any more this year.
Pelicans, they cool where they're at.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Zion first... You want to talk about hype, nigga? Like, we talk about the Wemby hype, bro. It seems like some people forget about the Zion hype. They gave that motherfucker a Christmas Day game his rookie year. Mm-hmm. And he didn't even play. Mm-hmm. That was such a waste of a game, bro. Such a waste.
That's why I kind of get tight.
Yo, I think they had like 19 nationally televised games his rookie year. It was insane.
My thing is like, obviously Wemby is a better prospect and shit, and right now he's probably a better player than Zion at the moment. They're close, But that's why I kind of hate when people are like, Wemby's the best prospect since LeBron, as if there was no hype for Wiggs and Zion that was just as big.
It's like people like to throw out the past ones. Like the hype for Zion is insane. Insane.
And Wiggs.
Wiggins was insane. Ben Simmons, the hype wasn't really crazy, but I do remember
he had some PR.
Yeah, he had PR, and a lot of motherfuckers was comparing him to LeBron. Like, and people try to sweep that shit under the rug, but a lot of motherfuckers.
Hold on, remember this. I remember watching the draft. They said that this was like the KD and Bron draft because he was Bron and Ingram was KD, and after that, after Ingram got drafted. The commentary was like, all right, now the draft starts because they're the consensus top 2 picks. I think you didn't know what was going to happen after. Like, Jaylen Brown got picked 3rd. He was, like, anywhere between, like, 5 and, like, 12. Like, it was just taking shots in the dark.
Even someone else. Lonzo Ball got hella hype, bro.
That one I saw. That's the one I'm going to give myself credit for. That one I saw from far away that he was not going to be like that.
Lonzo Ball got mad. Yo, I remember his first summer league, bro. His first summer league game. I remember vividly. I was at Yankee Stadium watching Yankees versus Brewers. And I was on my phone, like, getting alerts. Like, this shit is packed. Like, everything he did, bro, it's like Bronny right now. Mm-hmm. Everything he did was on House of Highlights. Yeah. I remember the first play of that game, lob to Brandon Ingram. And I think he had, like, 3 points that game.
And D'Lo was on that team, too.
He was the first motherfucker ever to get, like, highlights for having a shitty game. I remember that shit starting with him. I don't know if it's ever happened before, but me personally, the first time I ever seen a motherfucker get a 3-point highlight tape was Lonzo Ball. And then I see it's more common now. Yeah. Like, motherfuckers will have, I saw fucking Alex Sarr 0 points and House of Highlights posted, and it's like a 2-minute video. I'm like, how?
No, my favorite is when my favorite would be like the Frank ones, the Frank Ntilikina ones, where they would be like, Frank explodes for 8 points. Great defense. Yeah. Like, that would be the time. Like,
and now I just hope they don't like do it to a stupid extent with Cooper Flag, because then you're just gonna.
They already kind of are.
They're just gonna set yourself up for failure if you're trying to prop him up to be this type of guy. Because like, they're trying to prop him up to be like this fucking league savior, but I don't see that.
Off rip. What's the top 5 most hyped prospects like coming into college and the draft?
Coming into college, I feel like Zion's hype was more once he was in college and he got some games under his belt.
Hold on, even high school was hype, but then there was obviously like, oh, but he's doing it against like 5'11".
I was one of those guys.
Oh, come on, Justin.
I was one of those guys.
He was a freak, bro. I knew he was gonna be. I was
one of those guys. Like, I'm like, he's playing against some fucking little ass white kids. But after that first game against Kentucky, and he had like 27. And he was dunking on motherfuckers. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that motherfucker's legit.
When his shoe exploded, that shit was tough.
Yeah, that was insane. Nigga, that fucking game against Taco was insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I mean, the hype for Ben Simmons, like, if you want to talk about from high school all the way to the draft, his hype was up there just because he was a 6'10" fucking point guard. Mm-hmm. And it should have been a red flag, but everybody was ignoring it because of they just wanted the hype. Mm-hmm. His season at LSU was like kind of like disappointing. I mean, the counting stats were there. He averaged like 19, 8, and like 4. Damn, but like, they didn't make the fucking tournament. The team wasn't that good. I'm like, and you could, bro, he fucking couldn't shoot. Like, it was fucking disgusting. But like, they kind of just ignored shit like that. And then I think he didn't even play like at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. Like, when he knew they wasn't gonna make the tournament, I think he just didn't play.
He was going to class. Either.
The Andrew Wiggins hype wasn't fucking insane.
Him and Barry.
Yeah, from high school all the way to the draft. That shit was insane. Those 3.
No Wemby yet.
Wemby's hype. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially that fucking game. I think what started it was the 1-on-1 with him and Gobert. Mm-hmm. And then that game against Scoot was fucking cool. That
Scoot game was fire.
That Scoot game was fucking tough. But yeah, that one. I guess it's the Wemby shit's a little bit different because he's an international prospect. Yeah. And it's because I remember like the hype a little bit for Luka, but I mean Wemby's was a little bit crazier.
His hype was shot down though by like the general consensus because Ayton was the number 1 pick. But Luka was also the consensus number 2 pick, to the point that when the lottery happened, there's people on Earth, like on Reddit and Twitter, I was like, congratulations to the Kings. They just got Luka Doncic, and they want to draft fucking Bagley.
Yeah. Which is still insane. It's like, yeah, like I could never really speak on that, the international hype, but like seeing Wemby, like you just get enamored with his skill set, just being with his size and shit. And even back then, a lot of people were, I think Dirk was like the first one. Like once people saw him pop, they were just kind of eager with like a bunch of other motherfuckers.
Big Pasta.
Yeah, Big Pasta. I mean, Andrea Bargnani wasn't bad, like, but for a number 1 pick, hell nah. Like if you picked Andrea Bargnani in the 20s, you'd be happy. But
hold on, I'm not gonna say that. Hold on, he was not a bad number 1 pick. He had a couple 20-point per game seasons, terrible rebounder, terrible defender, but he's definitely more closer to the median of number 1 picks than he is at the end.
Yeah, I never looked at him as a bust, but like a lot of shit there. But like, and then Darko Milicic being drafted. The fucking story is insane. Like he was just working out.
He was just working out,
and the Pistons were right next to it. But then, there's also a flip side to that. Like, you could, because a lot of people back then, they looked at college and that was like everything. Mm-hmm. People were like, yo, this motherfucker was the best guy in fucking college basketball. Yeah. And some people put a little bit too much in that. Way too much in that. And like you saw, for example, like a guy like Adam Morrison. Like, I mean, he did have injuries, but like
McCants.
Rashad McCants. Mecca Okafor should have been fucking amazing. He got hurt too. But people were putting way too much stock on college. But then also with the Dirk shit, after he popped, everybody was like, let's try to get another Dirk.
No.
And it didn't really, like, there was a lot more misses than hits.
Oh, 100%.
A lot more.
The only hits was, I would say, Paul Gasol. If you want to say Andre was more of a hit, I feel he's in the middle.
He's in the middle.
A bust up.
He's in the middle.
KP was a major hit.
He was a hit.
I'm not going to count Jokic because he was a second rounder in Taco Bell commercial.
Yo, I hate when people say, I mean, technically in theory, when people say Jokic is the biggest draft steal of all time, but like that's hindsight. I feel like that's all hindsight.
To be fair though, all steals are in hindsight though.
I mean, there's some steals where it's like literally like, yo, what are you guys doing? Mm-hmm. Like, why is he falling?
Okay.
Like Jokic. Like nobody knew like Jokic was gonna be this like no, if you ask any motherfucker back then in 2014, they would have not like if you knew that you would have picked them like earlier.
Nobody's
to me like an example of like yo, what are you guys doing is Paul Pierce. Yeah. Paul Pierce, he was one of the best college basketball players in '98, and he fell all the way to 10.
I was about to say 9 or 10, yeah.
Because you had Michael Olowokandi all of a sudden, who paid for his tuition to go to Pacific, and he had a pretty good year because he was the biggest motherfucker on the team, probably one of the biggest motherfuckers in his conference. The Clippers, a shitty franchise, they picked him. And then you had his teammate Ray LaFrance, who was like top 3. And he didn't pan out in the league at all. Mike Bibby was nice, but like there was no reason why Paul Pierce, like he had the game, like there was nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. A guy like him who was averaging 20 points per game in one of the toughest conferences too, and he's playing for the fucking Kansas Jayhawks. That motherfucker falls all the way to 10. To me, that's like a clear example. Like, why the fuck is that guy falling?
My thing is though, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a steal isn't because we, like you just said, people knew Paul Pierce was a top talent, right? And it's like, why the fuck are we passing on him? You feel me? But that's more like incompetence. That's why a steal to me is like the diamond in the rough. That guy who nobody expects to pan out is going to pan out. That guy who is worth nothing to a lot of people. That guy who wasn't even going to get a guaranteed contract. That's a steal. That's why he's a steal to me. Draymond's a steal, you feel me? Chris Middleton's a steal. Obviously got to throw in my Chris Middleton agenda. Like, those are steals. Ginobili's a steal. Like, those are steals to me, bro. Tyrese Maxey is a steal. Like, that's why I feel like...
Oh, yeah, Tyrese Maxey's a fucking steal.
That's why I think you need hindsight to say who's a steal and who's not. Because at the time, like, we said, like, oh, damn, what the fuck? How the Rockets end up with Cam Whitmore, you feel me?
That to me, that's...
But that's just him falling. You know what I'm saying? That's him falling. We know he's a top 10 talent.
That's a steal right there.
But that's him falling but we knew he was a top 10 talent. Nobody knew Jokic was one of the top 10 talent. Nobody said Maxey was no top 10 talent. You feel me? Ginobili's a top 10 talent in the draft. Top 20 even. That's why they more so steals than a guy who just falls.
Just falls off a cliff. Jokic, yeah, in theory, he's a steal.
100%. The biggest steal in sports history.
Yeah. But like I don't know. I just don't really look at it as like, yeah, I did that shit. Like these niggas, I don't know.
I'll be proud of him
because I feel like if he flopped, it's just like we wouldn't even talk about it.
Yeah, but
if Paul Pierce flopped, they'd be like.
That's what I'm saying though. Jokic had low expectations. That's what makes him a steal. You feel me? If he flopped, it's like, all right, bro, you're just another second round pick. Who cares? Only like 1 second round pick every decade ever does some shit. You feel me? Obviously, I'm exaggerating. Isaiah Thomas is a steal. Like IT
technically,
not Zeke. IT is a steal.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Basically, what I'm saying, like those are steals just because there were low expectations and like it's low risk, high reward. You feel me? Taking Paul Pierce late, taking all these guys late that just fell off of talent. Like they're still like. If they bust, it's like, fuck, like, it's a bust. You feel me? Like, damn, I took this guy with the 10th pick and it busted, you feel me? But you take a 50th pick and you don't work out, who cares, bro? You got the 50th pick next year. You got the year after that, who cares, bro? You got the 39th pick, who cares? Take whoever. If they work out, let's go. If they don't, you didn't lose nothing, you feel me? Low risk, high reward, that's a steal. But I do want to go back to the hype because if I had to rank it, I'm giving Zion number 1. Wemby 2, Wiggs 3,
Wiggins, yeah,
Lonzo 4,
Ben Simmons.
No, I'm taking the John Wall hype over Ben Simmons. The John Wall hype was crazy.
I wasn't.
So was the Kyrie one.
I wasn't really tapped in like during the John Wall hype.
Nigga, I was tapped in, mind you, and you know me, I never gave a fuck about college ball. His shit had me hyped. His high school tape, I think his high school tape might be the first one I've ever seen in my life. I could be wrong, but that might be the first time I've seen a player's high school tape. He was disgusting, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't really like tapped in with the John Wall hype. Kyrie, I don't really remember
the hype. Fucking hype. Like he told Kobe, he played like 10 games, and guess what? Still number 1 pick. Just because he was like that.
That was before he got drafted. That video.
No. He got drafted, but. Kobe was like, when they were trying to play 1-on-1.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
He's like, you came out of high school, kid. He's like, I came out of college. He's like, you played like 10 games in college. He's like, that's all he needs to know for me to be the number 1 pick. That's got to be hype, bro. For you to play 10 games and we still like, damn, you the number 1 fucking pick. Yeah. LaMelo up there too. He's honorable mention.
Yeah, to me, yeah, Zion's hype was insane, bro.
Zion had the
I had my mom watching Duke games, bro. Like,
Zion has the greatest PR of all time.
Zion's hype was fucking insane. Like,
we gotta start doing that, by the way. I ain't gonna lie. Because I know that's more so stealing from the soccer community. Because the soccer community, their shit is like the PR. I feel like basketball and football is more so like aura and shit.
Yeah.
I'm about to start pushing PR shit on the show. Just like niggas who's just like, you just got the media behind you. You're really not that nice.
Zion's fucking hype was insane. For me, personally, I might put Wiggins 2.
Above Wemby?
Yeah. Cause,
I hear you.
For me personally, just because like Wemby's hype, I mean, I guess it more so has to do with international and you don't get to see him as much. Because like I remember being a kid and like staying up late to watch Kansas versus Oklahoma State. And I'll never forget, bro, watching that Duke versus Kansas game in Chicago, 9:00 Eastern time, Jabari versus fucking Andrew Wiggins. Yo, watching that game was insane because Jabari was fucking hooping. He fouled out. Wiggins had the dunk to like seal the game. And I was like, yo, this shit is must-see television. And I remember tuning into hella Kansas games that year. I remember Joel Embiid went down and fucking Andrew Wiggins had the fucking backpack. Like he dropped 41 against West Virginia. He was backpacking when Joel Embiid went down. And I remember I was like, yo, this kid's about to be a monster. And watching Jabari that year too, and me being biased, I'm like, man, Jabari should be number 1. Yeah. But the shit that Andrew Wiggins was doing, plus with the defense, shit was insane, bro. Like for me, and on top of that, watching his mixtape, like in 7th grade, and then watching the entire like his college season, that shit to me, I'll probably put Wiggins 2, Then I'll probably put Wemby 3. Then Lonzo 4, and then probably, I guess, Ben Simmons 5.
Oh man,
actually maybe LaMelo.
I respect the Ben Simmons pick, but
it would probably be LaMelo / Ben Simmons.
I'm taking John Wall, bro.
I wasn't even.
The PR he had was type fucking nice.
Honorable mention. I was gonna say Anthony Davis, but nah.
I was not hype on no Anthony Davis. Respectfully.
Me personally,
I was not hype like that.
Well, the media, I don't remember if they was hype, but me personally, I was hype as fuck for Anthony Davis. I remember when that draft started, bro. I just came home from Amazing Savings with my mom, bro. I took the quickest shower just to watch that draft because I wanted to see Anthony Davis get drafted.
I'm trying to remember if it was the same draft year, if he was the year before. You know who I was hyped for, nigga? That my brother tricked me into?
Who?
Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah, they was in the same draft.
That nigga had some pretty good fucking.
And I remember when Austin Rivers got drafted to the Hornets at 10, I was like, yo, him and Anthony Davis about to be the fucking duo that runs the league.
All right. I'm shouting Anthony Davis. I'm not shouting out the other dude. I ain't gonna lie.
But those were like the top hype guy. The Zion's hype was like a different level. Cause Zion's for me was like, yo, the high school shit didn't move me.
It moved me, but it also moved a lot of people.
The high school shit didn't move me, but the college shit moved me a lot. Cause I'm like, yo, he's gonna do that same shit in the league. Mm-hmm. Like he's gonna do the same shit. Like he was bullying motherfuckers. He
quiet all the doubters, bro. All the doubters had to shut up after that college season. He was dominating, bro. Like I said, his shoe fucking exploded. That's how much of a big body he was.
And I remember, bro, because
he was going viral every day.
RJ was the number one player in the class. And that first game
against... A lot of people forget that, too.
The first game against Kentucky, RJ had 33. Mm. But Zion, he had 27. Cam had 25. But, nigga, Zion's 27 was fun as fuck. Like, it was, like, the most entertaining. Like, he was blocking motherfuckers off the tomahawk, like, on some LeBron shit. Giving passes and shit. He was doing everything. And I'm like, yo, he had out of all these motherfuckers, like out of the big three, he had the most like lit highlights out of all of them. And then, yo, that Taco game, the game against Taco was like, yeah, he's fucking unanimous number one pick now. Like, it's over.
Shout out to him.
It was insane.
That's why I want Zion to be fucking healthy, bro. So badly. Give me a full season, Zion, 70 games, bro. And then the playoffs, too.
I'm trying to think of other niggas I was hyped for.
That you personally was hyped for?
Yeah.
I was hyped for De'Aaron Fox, nigga.
I'm trying to think.
I might be the number one De'Aaron Fox like PR man
I was
outside of Sacramento.
I was hyped for Okafor.
I'll never forget that whole conversation, bro. I forgot if it was after their rookie year, if it was the second year. Or if it was still their rookie year when it was like, oh, Jahlil's better than Porzingis. And he's going to be better than Porzingis. I was like, nigga, what? I remember Dequan came up to me. He's like, yo, Justin said Jahlil Okafor is better than Porzingis. I was like, what?
Put too much stock in college.
For no reason.
Yo, I remember watching Cade in college. He was fucking dirty.
You think Trae Young had a lot of PR in college?
He low-key did.
He did because they already said next Steph Curry.
He was dumb nice in college.
Nice.
He was getting that next Steph Curry shit.
Every fucking day. Oh, this is the new Steph Curry. And Steph's prime, too.
He backpacked that fucking team, bro. That shit was insane.
Shout out to him.
Yo, he's another one. I was semi-hyped for Ayton. Because I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a throwback. He's a fucking center, big dog.
I liked him, too.
Bullying motherfuckers.
I was like, this is the next David Robinson. I'm like, damn, that sounds nice. And an era like today, that sounds nice. We bring back the big man? Hell yeah.
Pure Bagley.
I was never high on Bagley, but I was never, like, low on him either. Scalabus.
I was just hyped. He reclassed. He was the number one guy. We had Wendell Carter coming in, Trayvon Duval. I was hyped. Grayson Allen senior year. I was like, yeah, let's go. This is the year. And he was hooping.
I don't give a fuck if he was hooping.
I think he had he said like some record. It was like most 10 games since Kevin Durant. I was like, damn.
Bro, that's nothing too, by the way. KD going home to his college to play against the Spurs. That's going to be a fire game.
That's going to be fire.
That's going to be
Matthew McConaughey in the crowd.
Where the fuck did that come from?
He's a Texas fan.
He's a Texas fan.
He's a Longhorns fan. He be at the games like
basketball.
Yeah. I think he be at the football games too, but
everyone be at the fucking football game.
But he be at the games like dead serious, like
locked in,
like arms crossed. Yeah, like
that's what I would do, bro. If I loved my team like that, that's why like if I was ever like a celebrity Knicks fan, I wouldn't be one of them like Ice Spice just saying it like I'm trying to be locked in, bro. I don't even want to be on the celebrity camera. Let me watch the fucking game.
I'll just be like,
yeah, I'll literally just be like that. I'll be like that. I'll just watch the fucking game. You feel me?
I'll do the Michael B. Jordan. He was like, the Michael B. Jordan shit. That's just hilarious. The meme. It was like right after he broke up with Lori Harvey, they put him on the fucking jumbotron. He was like, he looked like he was about to cry.
I don't know why, but I know you said Michael B. Jordan, but I think because I saw it 2 nights ago again, that shit always had me crying. At the Caitlin Clark game at Iowa. When Travis Scott went up to Jake from State Farm, and even he looked shocked. He's like, "Oh, what the hell?" And he like dapped up Travis.
Yeah, that was funny.
Like, what the fuck? He's like, "Oh shit, what's up, Travis?" And Travis just kept walking. I'm like, "Damn, is he really cool with Travis like that? What are we doing?" Jake from State Farm chilling with Travis outside.
Nah, yeah. I just hope they don't hype Cooper Flag to be one of these. Like, I hope they don't give him Wemby hype because they're just gonna set. They're just gonna set him up for failure.
Bro. Remember him playing against USA? He was already getting that hype.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
He played. He played well. He was
playing really fucking good in that game. But Justin, let's get into these shout outs if you have any. Do you got any shout outs for this episode?
I don't.
Damn, nothing? Not for your mama?
Now you're putting me on the spot.
I am putting you on the spot.
Yeah, shout out to my mom. Because
y'all put me on the spot last week.
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to her. My shout out is to the one and only, the legend himself. Aaron Judge got 300 home runs. Fastest person to ever do it.
Yes.
Only person to do it in under 1,000 games. Straight animal. And we going for 500. I wish he could go for 6, but he's just too old. He came in too old. But if it wasn't for that COVID year, if it wasn't for them injured seasons in 18, 19,
last year,
23, I could 500 would be a lot, but I could see him going for 6 if it wasn't for those injury riddled seasons and the COVID year. Especially 2019 when he was hurt because it was juicing the balls to make it easier to hit home runs. He would have been a lock to hit 45 minimum in 2019, but he was hurt. But shout out to you, Judge. I love you, bro. Shout out to Soto. Had a 3 home run game. Shout out to him. Fucking love Soto. We had the 2 best hitters in the world on the same team.
Shout out to the White Sox for walking Soto just so Judge could knock that shit out the park.
Also, fuck the White Sox for beating us in the first game. But they still on pace to be the worst team of all time.
They fucking came out to play that first game.
Yeah, Benintendi was frying. Gavin Sheets was frying.
Benintendi revenge game.
So I was like, Gavin Sheets cooking? The Yankees? I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it. Yeah. Shout out to Judge. I love you, King. You are. I'll say this right now. I was a little too young for Bonds. I saw Pujols. I saw Yankees A-Rod. I didn't get to watch Seattle and Texas A-Rod. Nigga, I seen Trout. I seen Miguel Cabrera. I seen all these guys. Judge is the best fucking hitter I will ever see in my life. Ever. Because not only did 2022 did he put up numbers just as good as Prime Bonds, this year he's doing the same shit. Only person with a 200 plus winning runs created. 200 plus. Second place is Soto at like 180 something. Enjoy
it now because I don't want to take it for granted.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm be watching these games hyped as hell. Every at bat from him and Soto, I'm hype as fuck, bro. And shout out Stanton for coming back because now we definitely can't be walking Judge whenever the fuck we want. Shout out to Stanton. I love you, boy. Dead ass. And I can't wait for Jason to come up. 2 more weeks. 2.5 more weeks. Jason coming right back up.
It's fucking bittersweet, bro. Because when he hits a home run, Judge, I'm like, yeah, let's go. But then I'll be at the game and I'm like, where the fuck's the home run?
Yeah.
Yo, I don't remember the last game I went to where Judge hit a home run.
So I ain't gonna lie. I went through a stretch where I didn't watch any Judge home runs. I went to that Citi Field game in 2018, and I saw Judge hit a bomb. That's when they came back. I think the Yankees were down 3-0, and they came back and won 4-3. I think Judge hit a bomb. Gary Sanchez hit a bomb. maybe Glaber did too. I don't remember. But from like that to like years later, like everyone was hitting bombs except Judge. Every time I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like I'm seeing Rizzo hit bombs. I'm seeing Glaber hit bombs. Son, like I'm seeing Brett Gardner hit a home run. I'm like, where the fuck is Judge at? Bro, you hit 50. You hit 52 as a rookie. Show up for me, please. And then I went trying to see number 60 against the Red Sox. He didn't hit it. I was so fucking devastated. He hit it against Toronto, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, now this year that I've seen him 2 or 3 times, he's hit a home run. He hit a home run in that blowout game versus the Dodgers where Teoscar was frying us and I was there. Damn. MVP though. Should have been his 3rd MVP this year. And I low-key feel bad for Soto because Soto would literally win an MVP any other year. If Judge didn't exist, he would win MVP in both leagues, honestly. Yeah. But it's just history being made right here in front of our eyes. Yeah. A 25-year-old rookie, went all 4 years to college, came up, was never no top prospect, hit 52 as a rookie, hit 62 in 2022 in his contract year.
His rookie year was fucking lit.
That's still some of the... fuck Pete Alonso. I'm sorry, again. I don't want to do another fuck Pete Alonso rant. But Judge's 52 had way more aura than Pete Alonso's 54. Because Judge broke that record that was stuck for a long time. Pete Alonso did it with juice baseballs in 2019. I don't want to hear that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to hear that shit. But shout out to Judge, bro. I love you, man. I got no other shout outs, Justin. Walk us out of here.
If you guys are listening on audio, please give us 5 stars. Please like. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please like. Please subscribe. Follow us on TikTok at the JJ Podcast 1. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we appreciate you guys. And yeah, thank you for everything.
Shout out Cash Cobain too. That song Problem Do Go Hard. I don't know if you heard it yet. That shit.
Hell yeah.
That shit goes.
Is it even out yet? Or
it is out. That shit's
it's finally out?
It's out, yeah. That shit's 7 minutes long, bro.
To be honest, I've been bumping the leaked version all week.
Is the leak everybody or it's just a snippet?
Who's on? It's Lil Yachty, Chow Lee.
Oh, Big Sean. Kenzo. There's so many people, bro. The Coochie Man nigga is in it.
To be honest, bro, I only fuck with Cash Cobain. I think the farthest I got to was like the 3rd or 4th verse.
I bumped the whole thing, but that's probably got to be the song with the most features I've seen in my life.
All I Do Is Win remix.
It's just...
There was a lot of people on that song.
How many?
I gotta check, but I remember...
Check that. I'm gonna check Problem. Because Problem is ridiculous.
Where the fuck... I gotta check that because I remember mad motherfuckers on that shit.
Bro, Problem is like 10 people, bro. 10 plus.
Then that shit might be there.
That's what I'm saying.
I just want to check All I Do Is Win remix because I remember that shit was crazy. Can I go on Genius and look for it?
I found it. That's just 7 minutes and 40 seconds. You ready, Justin?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if we counted the sample itself, but that's one. That's Layla. Then you got Cash Cobain, Fabulous, Kenzo B, Big Sean.
Yeah.
Lay Banks, 6. Lil Tyler, 7. Anya Sia, I don't know who that is, 8. Charlie, I Know You, 9. Cali, I don't know who that is, 10.
Oh, Cali, I heard that.
Flo Milli, 11.
Damn.
YNJ, 12.
Oh, yeah, that got
Flea, 13. Yeah. Don Q, 14.
What?
Rock 49, 15. Son, 15. Oh, fuck, how you say this nigga's name? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna botch this because I've never heard one song of this nigga's. 6 Black, whatever his name is.
Oh, Black?
Yeah. He's in it too. So that's 17.
Oh, yeah, that got it.
Nigga, that's 17.
All I Do Is Win remix is featuring Rick Ross, Busta Rhymes, Diddy, Nicki Minaj, Fabulous, Jadakiss, Fat Joe, Swizz Beatz, and T-Pain.
How many is that?
That's 9.
Son, this shit literally says verse 15, Rob 49, and Layla.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Shout out to Cash Cobain.
So the song's finally out, bro.
D was the one who told me that you big into Cash Cobain. I was like, damn, I never knew that. And D was like, really? He was like, Justin put me on the Cash Cobain.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, nigga, I didn't
know. But
I
mean, 2022 was when I really like started listening to him.
He was early then. Yeah. I only knew him because of when he was making beats for Be Love. Like that's before I heard his music. Like when he was making beats for Be Love, I'll always hear his intro. And that shit
I mean,
go hard.
Jander put me onto Cash Cobain.
Jander knows everybody.
Yeah.
I could ask Jander right now, who's gonna be popping in 3 years? He'll give me 5 niggas, and they'll literally pop off in 3 years. That's kind of insane.
I mean, I fucked with Cash Cobain a little bit more in 2022 than I do now.
Damn.
But I still like his shit now.
Yeah, this shit's cool.
But like when it was just him and Chow Lee, shit, that shit was crazy.
Shout out to Jay Holiday too.
Yeah.
That's just a banger.
I love that song.
But we will see you guys next time. Hopefully there's more news. Hopefully. If not, I'm going to start slandering niggas in all-time debates. But we'll see you guys next time. Peace.